Hey guys. So this week I've had a lot of clients really starting to see the impact of their list churn. It's a thing that creeps up out of nowhere. And while we spend so much time addressing customer churn, we tend to forget about list churn, and we really need to focus on list churn. If you think about it, great email programs start by getting great people into those programs. And as things go, we lose a percentage of subscribers along the way. Some are going to bounce, some will opt out, some go radio silent. It's just life, and it's just part of email marketing. But it's important to continue to bring in good quality leads while doing the best you can to keep those on the list engaged. So what is list churn? As it relates to email marketing, your churn refers to the percentage of people unsubscribing or being removed from your list every week, month, quarter, or year. All depends on how you track it. A simple calculation, your churn rate equals your subscribers at the beginning of the period subtracted by your subscribers at the end of the period divided by those subscribers at the beginning of the period. And according to a report from GetResponse, list churn cuts down about 25 to 30% of the average email list every year. That's huge. I find that a 2% churn rate is considered to be a safe place based on industry standards. But as an email marketer, your list churn rate is important to understand so that you know how many people are leaving or being removed from your email list. This helps you understand whether or not your content is resonating with your audience, which then allows you to test and improve your email marketing efforts. So, how can you reduce your list churn? First, you might consider using a double opt-in. Collecting quality email addresses for your database is a dream of every marketer, oftentimes out of your control. But is your team following best practices while building the database? Probably not. What typically happens is data is pulled from all sources without targeting, simply to increase the quantity of the database, which of course compromises the quality. A low quality email database will have a higher churn rate, ultimately affecting the email deliverability and maybe even landing you into spam traps. In order to collect quality email addresses, it's essential for marketers to go for a double opt-in approach. Let the people think twice before they subscribe to your emails, and this will make sure that you have a genuine database and will reduce your list churn rate. Another approach is to have them opt in via email and SMS on the same form. That shows high intent for sure. Next, you want to attempt re-engagement emails with incentives for those that have just gone radio silent. So you can move this group of people into a re-engagement flow to get them to start engaging once again. And adding incentives are a bonus and can help entice these users to come back and maybe even purchase. This is a really good way to save some of those and move them back amongst the living on your email list. Another suggestion, build the best preference center ever. When you design a preference center, you give options, and people love options. With your emails, if you let your recipients choose their preference, your list churn rate will automatically reduce drastically. So create a preference center and let the users decide what they want to receive based off their interests. Give them options. And it's okay to send your preference center in regular emails as a update your preferences, because you will allow them to continue to choose and stay engaged. Another suggestion, send triggered emails through segmenting and targeting. Try to segment your database into subgroups based off their interests, total winner, then send a trigger-based email relevant to their interests. So if a set of people in your database is interested in receiving health and wellness related items, there's absolutely no point in sending them an email related to sports. Another big one in e-commerce is, if I already have a product and I just purchased it recently, sending me emails on complementary products is probably better practice than you sending me the email for everyone on the product I just purchased. Remember, the more irrelevant and badly timed the email is, the higher your chances are of increasing your list churn rate. And lastly, ask them what they want. I love feedback loops that live organically within email. And understanding the cadence and the content your subscribers are looking for is key. You can tuck these feedback surveys into email a variety of ways, but make sure once you get the feedback, you look at the averages and adjust your strategy. So today, go into your ESP, calculate your list churn rate, and put some of these tips mentioned today in action. You'll be so glad that you did. Next time, guys.